Hello, welcome to another video where Worlds qualified players are battling it out in Sylph Worlds for factions. Now, these videos, the first video that I made for this second bout took a little bit longer than I thought it would, so the videos might come out a little bit later, but we have only 3 for this week. We'll have a couple more for the next week that I already know. So let's take a look at our battlers this time. The second matchup that we take a look at in bout number 2 are 2 players we've already seen before on the stream. However, they are now battling it out against each other. We have on the left Balk88 from the United States, and we have Zarddy from Brazil on the right side. They will be battling it out in the Open Great League. Now, similar to last time, we have different segments here than just achievements. We have voice recordings again, this time not from Balk. We do have one from Zarddy. So let's take a look at quick recaps from their Plague Pokemon and faction achievements, and then we head into the matchup. Balk88, a top player from the United States, is a player with high-level strategies and reads. He managed to win all of the Milwaukee Regional, where he defeated other well-known names such as Nino, Kimisui, and Keen Bart. Balk is also the captain of the Chicago Stars. They reached the finals of the Faction World Championships last year, and this time they're going to try and win it all. Last week, Chicago Stars had a close matchup against the Australian faction Your Bag is Full, winning the bout by 11-10. We don't have a voice recording from Balk, so let's head straight into the next player. Latam has some of the best players in the world, and the featured player of this week is definitely one of them. Zarddy has won many awards and tournaments. He qualified for Worlds last year through sweeping the Joinville Regional, and for Worlds this year, he qualified by sweeping the Natal Regional. Last week was a tough bout for the faction of Zarddy, Elite 4. They went down 3-9 very rapidly, but they managed to make it to a very close and impressive 10-11 in the variant against the EU Emperors. This week, Elite 4 needs to win. So again, no voice recording from Balk, but we do have one from Zarddy. I even told him you can do it in Portuguese if that's easier for you, but he did it in pretty good English. Thank you so much, Zarddy, for that. It'll be just like with Lurgan and Snots. Last time I asked him a few questions, and he gives us some thoughts on that.
Well, about my journey to qualify for Worlds 2023, it was I competed in only 3 tournaments: the LLIC and the Natal Regional, and also the São Paulo Regional. What can I say? For Natal, I think I was way more prepared for the tournament because I practiced a lot. I did a lot of screens. I asked for opinions, and then I came in with that team with Dragonair, which was perfect fit for that meta at that point, and the meta in Brazil. So Dragonair was, I think it was the reason why I'm going to Japan for sure. I put all the credits on Dragonair, which was amazing in that tournament. Well, I think so because we have a lot of chemistry. We are really good friends. Uh, we we do a lot of practices. We talk about everything. The team is very consistent. So and the most important, I think we already faced the 2 uh, finalists from last season. So and we got a good result, uh, 11-10 in both of the matches. So balanced. I think we can face anything equal to equal. That's why I think we have a good chance for sure. There's a lot of amazing things, but I feel like we are one of them for sure.
So both players again are playing in Open Great League. This is just like last week, Show 8, Ban 2, Block 2, and the Pokemon in green are blocked here. They cannot be banned. Now the funny thing here is, both players blocked Venusaur. Not a lot of people block grass types in general, but I guess they noticed, oh, Lantern is only has one weakness, it's the most common to be blocked. I'm gonna pick that Venusaur, hope that I can catch a water type block. But no, both players blocked Venusaur and a steel type. However, Balk does have that Charizard, which breaks that core. So I expect that to be banned here. Let's take a look. We see that Balk banned Zardy's Galarian Stunfisk, and the knockdown we see that Zarddy banned the Charizard and the Alolan Ninetales. So both basically trying to make that Venusaur stronger of theirs. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I think that's basically what we are seeing here. Both tried making their Venusaur as good as possible. Both flyers are banned. The Ice type from Balk is banned as well. Galarian Stunfisk, maybe not really a Venusaur counter, but still puts up a really good fight against it. Now let's take a look at these battles. For the first two games, we only have Balk side, which will be on the left. Good thing is, since they are Discord recordings, they can't miss a line like that. Here we go. First battle. Galarian Stunfisk into Shadow Venusaur. This is very, very neutral, but you gotta shield the Earthquakes from Galarian Stunfisk as the Shadow Venusaur because it's really, really fragile. You already see those Mudshells adding up. Zarddy waiting just a little bit to see if his opponent tries to catch on anything. There's only one Pokemon that can catch a Frenzy Plant on Balk's team, and that's the opposing Venusaur, which also is double resisted. So it will be a pretty wicked catch. I'm not sure if you want to use the Venusaur like that. Rock Slide coming in. It's a bait, and Zarddy takes the bait. Very unfortunate for Zarddy, but Zarddy does get to another Frenzy before Balk reaches the Earthquake here. If you want to get this off, you gotta shield. And he does shield indeed. Throws the Rock Slide immediately. Probably just going straight Rock Slide at this point. I think Venusaur should barely win 2 shields if you go straight Rock Slide as the Galarian Stunfisk here. But swapping into his own Venusaur instead. Taking the shield advantage. Now going for the Venusaur sweep perhaps. And Zarddy tries to catch a Sludge on his Registeel unsuccessfully. Balk basically predicted it, I'm guessing. And now he has a lot of energy for Registeel. And these hurt. These really hurt. Frenzy Plant is a really strong move. High attack is backing it up, and these frenzies do about 30%. Boom! Another one. And you will even outpace to the second charge attack here. Let's see. Zap Cannon will do about 50% here, so you will live that. It's a Flash Cannon! That almost kills! Can you get the farm down here? Oh my goodness, Zarddy gets the farm down. That makes sense, because you don't really need Zap Cannon. There are no flyers. There are no solid water types. There's Lantern, but you know, it's the Zap Cannon is neutral there. Though, getting the debuff always is preferred, right? Now, Flash Cannon is 10 energy cheaper, so you might be able to work with that too. In comes the Lickitung. This is not really a surprise, because Lickitung on both sides have a lot of play. I think from Balk. Balk basically fears the Registeel, right? You don't want your Lickitung on that, but for Zarddy, there's nothing that really destroys the Lickitung. So, it makes sense that Zarddy brings this. Venusaur, Lickitung, Registeel from Zarddy. Body Slam coming in. But looks like Balk knows that there's a Frenzy Plant on Zardy's Venusaur, so he cannot shield really. Ice Punch coming in. Won't knock out just yet. Now, oh, look at that beautiful catch. Magnificent catch from Balk. Catching the Frenzy here. Yeah, I guess he predicted that the Lickitung was so low that Zarddy had to swap out immediately, and he also threw that move immediately as well. CMP on this Frenzy Plant, but Balk locked in the Ice Punch, so all he has to do is shield this move and then knock it out with an Ice Punch. So really good win there from Balk. Really good win from Balk. I feel like he has a slightly disadvantaged matchup here, but look at that how close that battle is. This feels like who can get their Venusaur with an energy advantage here. Let's take a look. Let me speed it up for a little bit, by the way. Here we go. Yeah. Venusaur into Registeel. This is, this is neutral, I would say. It looks like Balk swaps into the Medicham immediately. I kind of love this strategy because there's nothing on Zardy's team that really is solid against Medicham with an energy advantage. It's only the Sableye. Obviously, it's very risky in case Zarddy does bring the Sableye, but look at that, Lickitung comes in. Which surprised me, honestly, because Registeel just takes the charge moves way easier. I think Balk also revealed the Psychic already, so maybe not. Either way, You can't really eat a dynamic punch either on Lickitung. So maybe he's just sacrificing this. I don't know. Ice punch coming in on that CMP here. I think Zarddy doesn't like this. Because this is all about the Venusaur. See Body Slam come through, it will KO. No, it does not KO. Zarddy going for a little bit more farm. Stopping with the tapping to get the HP even lower. So Venusaur, or even Galarian Stunfisk, gets less farm at this point. Let's see what Balk brings in. Is that Galarian Stunfisk? I like this play. Also because if Lickitung, yeah, it does get to a charge stack here. And this will only be a Body Slam, right? So Galarian Stunfisk takes that just way easier than a Shadow Venusaur. So we had the Registeel lead from Zarddy. This might just be, yeah, it's just the same line, but just in a different order. And again, a bait from Balk. Rock Slide coming in. This does about 40% or so. Respectable damage for nonce. And Zarddy takes the bait. Again, that hurts. Trying to catch the Frenzy Plant. And look at that quick swap from Zarddy. I think he was already predicting that Balk was trying to do this. You'll notice this a lot of times when players are overfarming a suspiciously amount too much. They might just try to, they might just be counting your moves and try to catch. Anyway, Flash Cannon coming in is going to do a huge amount of damage. And it goes through. But I'm not sure if you can lock, I don't think you can lock one down here as Zarddy. Zardy's already shield down, so he can't really permit to shield either. Because then his Venusaur gets one shot. And, oh no! Oh no! That's a massive misplay! You have two Frenzy Plants here. That's massive for Zarddy. I also think he can get to Focus Plus here. Oh man, looks like Balk doesn't want to risk it. Man, that's difficult. You just wasted energy. You use energy here. And now Zarddy might be even... Oh man, that's a lot of... That's 3 Frenzy Plants Zarddy has to get to. I think Balk pressed the Rock Slide here, so that's again a bait. So far, Zarddy took all the baits from Balk. Is he going to shield this? No, shields it. Man, that's huge. I don't know where the energy is at from Zarddy, but he did swap out with a lot of energy before, so this might get really close. Balk is about 5 mudshots off the win here. First Frenzy Plant comes through, and I think Zarddy is not thrown before he has 2 here. Zarddy knows. And like I said, the Medicham save switch is... I think the strategy works really well for Balk. Obviously, Sableye would just destroy that save switch. But if there isn't... Like, Azuro is never coming out from Zarddy when Venusaur is so dominant. So, I really like that strategy. Good strategy. Very unfortunate execution there from Balk. Now, we have both sides. We have on the left Balk. We have on the right Zarddy. Let's take a look. We have the Venusaur into the Registeel. We see lag right at the start. Incredible. And this time Zarddy answers it a little bit better with the Sableye in the back. This is not great for that Medicham. However, you can still get some farm on the Venusaur, and that might be able to do some work in. Ice Punch coming through. In fact, you also need to throw the return as the Sableye from Zarddy. Ooh, letting that Ice Punch through. I think if Medicham were to double shield this, you can actually farm down this Sableye now. I don't think that's what Balk is going to do, however. Going for the return after taking the Ice Punch, though, this is interesting because you just let yourself get into farm down range. Return goes through, knocks out Balk's Medicham. You could have also opted to go for the foul play, keep some energy for the next Pokemon. Let's see if that's actually pretty good. This also kind of works, I guess, because you still get to the foul play on the Venusaur. There's a really good chunk of damage. I think about 50%. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. And the problem for Zarddy is, it doesn't even matter because he has no false move pressure. Double resisted Vine Whips or the lock-ons. In comes the Galarian Stunfisk, and Zarddy answers with a Pokemon that's not even really a hard counter. The Galarian Stunfisk. First Frenzy coming through. And it is shielded by Balk. That makes sense. However, the problem is, it does less than a Focus Blast. But if you let a Frenzy through, Zarddy could just double shield and get you solo. You might even get locked on down or even Vine Whip down. Rock Slide bait again. It's like he doesn't even have a second move at times. I think, did he just press the Rock Slide again? I think at this point it's more important to get the shield from Zarddy. Because if Zarddy... Oh yeah, and he does no shield the Rock Slide this time. The thing is, let's say you went for the Earthquake here and it gets shielded. You might be able to get the Sludge Mob off as the Venusaur. So, yeah. Or you try to keep your Galarian Stunfisk alive. But I think that Venusaur will land a Frenzy regardless here. Oh, and catches the Frenzy. I still think this kills, though. This is a really good catch, but I still think this kills. This still does a lot. Double resisted. Look at that. Still kills. Fragile on Fragile. And yeah, Registeel doesn't have a good matchup at all against the Galarian Stunfisk. However, this doesn't KO the Registeel just yet because it's very bulky. Boom. Earthquake comes through. Focus Blast coming through. And this will secure the second win for Zarddy. That's a good game. Boom. So this really came down to who played Venusaur the best. Now, one thing I do have to say about this, despite Balk's very unfortunate execution in game 2, I think his game plan was really on top there. So kudos to that. I think it was a little bit more of a tough matchup for Balk than it was for Zarddy, because Zarddy also had the Lickitung being very safe. But regardless, good battles. Thank you both for submitting this, and hope you liked the video. Have a good one. See you in the next one.